Good evening, everybody. My name is Rishabh Sanghi. I represent the next generation of automobile dealers in the country. Our vertical is called FADA GenX, and as the name suggests, we are the future of auto retail in the country. I'm joined on the stage by my friend and colleague, Prasoon Gupta, who's the regional director for GenX in Rajasthan. So, request everybody to welcome Prasoon as well. So, can I have the presentation, please? So very briefly, I'll tell you what GenX is all about. FADA is a 10,000 plus strong dealer community. And we thought that there was a need where the next generation get a platform to get together and discuss how to take this business forward. So about 3.5 years back, we came up with this idea of making a vertical within FADA. And that is where GenX came into being. We are happy to share with everybody that today we are 250 plus strong members in FADA GenX. And again, very happy to share that almost 20%, more than 20% of our members are women leaders. And in an industry which is mainly a male-dominated industry, it is very heartening to see so many women leaders. And one of them is Madam Rashmi Kale. Thank you so much for taking this industry forward. Women in FADA is also a very strong vertical under the FADA. To take the presentation forward, I'd request Prasoon to take you through the presentation.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Rishabh bhai, for the brilliant introduction. So, as he already mentioned, that FADA GenX started about 3-4 years back, and he has already given you the basic layout and the basic idea of its inception. So, I'll just go through basic stuff what we usually do in this particular part of FADA, and I'll just tell you my experiences and how it can help the upcoming future leaders of our particular industry. So we are about 250 odd people, and instead of people, I just say we are the cohort of upcoming leaders in the automobile industry. And more than just 250 people, I think we've become brilliant friends, great, we share brilliant camaraderie amongst each of us. And it's not just 250 members, it's basically a group of 250 friends. And this is the basic distribution of how we are made. And as Rishabh already told you, there are about 20 odd percent members who are female members in this. So this is the basic eligibility criteria, which was originally thought about. And any automobile dealer who is an FADA member and who is 35 years or below can join our particular GenX.
We believe in a more experience-based and activity-based learning, and as Prasoon said, that more than the activities that we do, it is the group that we are able to get together, and the kind of ideas that float within the group, the best practices that we are able to bring forth to the table and discuss and carry forward. That is what GenX is all about.
Well, these are some snapshots of the activities which we did. So other than the ones shown in the AV, so we went to a field visit in Kochi to Popular Mega Motors, which is one of the largest automobile dealership in the country. And, we were there and we were able to learn in the real time, and we were able to meet their employees, the people, and, in the same time, we were able to, so this was John Sir's house, and he was gracious enough to host the entire cohort in his house as well. It was lovely going over there. So it was not just simple learning, it was more of an experiential learning. And, we were able to see the real-time problems and the real-time solutions of how that big of a dealership is operating in its own premise. This was one of the GenX session at the Auto Summit, and it's actually very overwhelming for all of us that it was, as you can see in the picture on the right, it was a fully packed side panel, and we were very happy to be a part of that particular summit.
We have tied up with Narsi Monji to conduct an executive leadership program exclusively for GenX members. This program has been curated and is tailored for automotive dealerships in India. We are happy that we've already completed 3 batches at Narsi Monji, and we've trained around 70 plus young dealer friends. We are coming up with the 4th batch starting in July. So FADA members and also non-members who are present here, I would urge for you to send your kids to GenX, make them members for GenX, and they can be a part of this program. This is a 1.5 month long program, hybrid form, 2 in-person, week-long engagement at Narsi Monji, Mumbai, and a month-long online session where the faculty takes classes with the entire cohort. We are very also happy that we are able to get in a lot of industry veterans and industry captains to speak to all the members in this program, and they are able to carry forward a lot of learning from their experiences and their vision as well. These are just some glimpses from the program. Go ahead.
Now this is one of our favorite part of our GenX team. So we have some WhatsApp groups made, and we discuss various things. All the 250 members, they're from different demography, different geography, different OEMs, coming from different backgrounds. But there are certain things which is common across the entire ecosystem. And there are certain pain points which is also common across the entire ecosystem. So, there are certain things which we discuss over the group, and, there's somebody in the group who has the solution to that particular problem, or there is somebody in the group who, tries to share and tries to solve that particular problem. So this peer-to-peer learning is one of the finest element which, we have in a particular GenX cohort. Yeah, and this is one thing which all of us like to call having dinner in GenX style. So, all of us come from vivid backgrounds, and, we come from various places, but, all of us are working really hard to move this particular industry ahead, but at the same time, we also party in a same way. So this is one of the inevitable part of our GenX culture.
So this is the most recent activity that we did at GenX. I myself took a delegation of 5 GenX members to Las Vegas. There's an NADA convention. NADA is like FADA in India. It's the National Automotive Dealership Association with a lot of members. Almost 10,000 delegates attend this week-long program at Las Vegas. And we were fortunate enough to attend the workshops and the training sessions there. And there's also an exhibit where a lot of vendors who provide software solutions and solutions that improve the productivity at the dealership. So again, a fantastic experience, more than the workshops and more than the training sessions. It's the camaraderie and the best practices that we are able to learn from each other. One of the finest trips that I would say that I have taken in a long time. And just after coming back from NADA, the five of us, we've taken some 40, 50 demos from various software vendors and solution providers. And very soon, I think sometime in August or September, we are going to get all those vendors to speak to our GenX members and give their presentations and demos. So what next in GenX? Right now, we are planning a visit to Bangalore. So those GenX members who are already here, there are quite a few here. Can I see GenX members please raise their hands? There's Ritvik, there's Jaskaran, there's Rahul, there's Yatidharan, there's Ronak, there's Akshat, there's Utkarsh, and there are a couple of others. So we are planning a visit to Bangalore, and as Prasoon said, that we try and take GenX members to dealerships that have been there for quite some time, and they've been able to make a mark for themselves, a brand for themselves, even beyond the OEM that they represent. So one day visit at one of the Maruti dealers in Bangalore, and on the sidelines we also plan to visit an EV plant, and we are visiting their EV headquarters, meeting their founders and the senior management team. And also Bangalore is an IT hub, it's a software hub, so we are planning meetings with a few vendors who can help us improve our productivity better. Narsi Monji, I already spoke to you about. Even at the cost of repetition, I would request all FADA members, if your sons and daughters are interested in the business, even if they are thinking about getting into the business, I think FADA GenX is a fantastic platform for them to know what all does this business entail. And if they're not already registered, please have them get registered in GenX. You can scan the QR code and have them register. It's a one-time, lifetime membership fee of 5,000 rupees plus GST. And as Prasoon said in his earlier part of the presentation, the only eligibility is that you have to be an FADA member and you have to be less than 35 years of age. At 40, you retire. At 40, you become a part of the larger FADA community. So it's a very young organization, a very young vertical. And I would request all members to push their sons and daughters to join the GenX fraternity. Thank you so much. Me, Prasoon, and the other GenX members are here. We are here for dinner as well. If some of you want to know more about the GenX vertical, please feel free to come to us. Thank you.
Shri Sachin Gupta ji to please come on the stage and felicitate our guest, Shri Rishabh Sanghi ji, Chairman, FADA GenX. Can we have a round of applause, please? Thank you so much, sir.